Yo guys, what's going on, and welcome back to another video. We are back with round number 1 of the F4 season. Last time out in the pre-season race in Canada, we had a great qualifying, we had a non-existent race, so you'd probably expect that with my qualifying practice in the pre-season race, qualifying isn't where I'd be struggling. Bahrain got off to a rough start. So this is nearing the end of qualifying now, and I'm on my final lap on the Super Softs. I've done my medium run and I've done my soft run, and they were both shit. So obviously I don't want to start on the Super Soft tire, so my idea was to do a lap and aim for 11th place, and try and judge it perfectly and not start on the Super Soft tyres. We go purple for the second sector, which isn't exactly what we want to do since we want 11th, so down the second to last straight, I decide to ease off. The problem with this is I massively misjudge it, as you can tell with my delta. That's not what you want to see when you're trying to improve your lap time. We start 19th. Idiot. So we move on to the race. Now this is by far my most stressful point in the entire race. Sat on the grid and we're just wondering, are we actually going to start this race? And honestly, I've never been more nervous in a league race in my life. So we have 5 lights and lights out, and away we go, and we get a brilliant start off the line, get the Sauber and the Williams off the line, and briefly get up into 16th place before top speed lets us down. Heading down towards turn number 1 in 17th position. We have the outside line, but unfortunately, just because of where other cars are, we can't actually go anywhere. We actually have to brake quite heavily so we don't run into the back of the McLaren. And we go back down to 18th or 19th place. I can't tell because my previous screen is shit. But through turn number 4, we see an opportunity to get past the Force India of hammer time. We're going to be side by side through the S section, we hold the inside line and we're up into 17th place. On lap number 4 in P15, sat behind the Spaniard in the Sauber, you can see our teammate at the side of the road. I mean, I did tell you this season was going to be like the 2015 season. Now at the end of lap number 5, coming on to lap number 6, sat in the slipstream of the Spaniard, and he's actually got Lars just ahead of us. We pull to the inside and we look to go up the inside into turn number 1. He actually moves across on us, trying to get past Lars. And because of that, we go up 2 positions. As we come on to lap number 7, you can see we're getting a double slipstream from Laggy Person and Cheetah. We move to the inside once again. Inside line for turn number 1. Late on the brakes, and you can see Cheetah is actually holding it around the outside, so fair play to him. Outside line for turn number 2, and we do actually get the better traction up into 11th place for us. Now coming on to lap number 8, you can see 3 people ahead of us. Blue Mosquito, Mr. Grumpy and Lewis. You can see they're going to go 3 wide, and you know, I'm optimistic, and I do like a good thumbnail. So we go 4 wide, up the inside, into turn number 1. That's 3 cars in 1 corner, and can we get a replay on that, please? You know, I was just sat behind the 3 of them, and I thought, I've come down from F3. A few of these people haven't raced in a while or at all, and you know, they're probably underestimating me and just think I'm terrible. So at that moment, I made a decision. You know what? Let's make a statement. Let's just show them that I am, well, judging by that moment, probably better than everyone on the grid. I'm amazing. That was an incredible move. So after the triple overtake, it was just time for us to push into our pit stop. You can see on lap number 30, we come in for a set of the medium tyre, held up briefly by the Force India, but nothing too major. And you can see we've got the Haas car in the pits, but we just get out behind him. So looks like we're going to have to overtake more people and prove that we are amazing once again. I know it's quite early on that I had the pace to stay with Giroux, so I just thought I'm going to stay behind him, make him use ERS, make him use his tyres, and hopefully take him nearer the end of the race so he has less of a chance to come back at me. And also doing this, I was actually catching provisional 5th place, which I think was Lordy at the time. So yeah, we're just going to stay behind him. So we stayed behind him until the end of lap number 25. You can see he gets a little bit fishtaily on the exit of the final corner and weaving a fair bit. I didn't actually want to overtake him at this point, but I had the speed, and if I'd stayed behind him I would have lost a fair bit of time. And you can actually see 5th place just ahead. So we do get past Giroux into turn 1. Now it's time to chase down Lordy. And we do manage to catch the Williams driver halfway through the final lap. And I was actually told by Jeff that he did have a penalty, so I had no intention of actually going past him. Unless of course he was going ridiculously slowly. You can see it's not actually too bad with a straight left. The slipstream is going to help me defend against Giroux, so there's no point in me trying to overtake him. And coming through the new podium corner, he loses it. Re-1 wide and pick up the most bullshit penalty I've ever seen. We lose place to the Haas car, And now it's time to push like crazy to try and get back past him again. I obviously knew that he didn't have a penalty, which, you know, it was soul crushing. It was soul crushing knowing that I had lost this 5th position. But it's a drag race to the line. He actually runs out of fuel when we do get him at the line. But we do drop to 6th position because of that penalty. But at this point I wasn't actually mad because I knew it was an unfair penalty. And, you know, judging by the rules that I was told in Psgl, I could get it removed, which, you know, 5th place for us, it was going to be 19th to 5th. It would have been an amazing drive. Oh, hi Psgl. I was just wondering, someone said to me just after the race just now that you don't remove 3-second penalties for unfair corner cutting. You don't. That's okay. What if the clip in question had a what if just before the penalty there was a really nice reaction from me, and you know, it was, you know, it could have been a lot worse. I could have taken out numerous cars. What if I avoided? No, that doesn't matter. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. It's just one position. It's one position and 1 point in the championship. There's nothing really to be mad about. I mean, rules are rules. It's done now. It's 1 point lost, 1 position lost. But if Psgl gets penalised in Psgl F1, you better believe I'm writing that post.